What is up, guys? My name is Gustavo from Gustavo's Finances, and today I want to talk to you guys about why a bank is kind of a scam and why it's a guaranteed loss of money. Now, banks are a horrible place for your money, and let me tell you why. It's something called inflation. Inflation is the rises of prices and the depreciation of the value of money. Now, back then your parents might have said like, hey, get a checking and a savings account because it builds interest over time. Now let me tell you why it worked for them, but it will not work for you. Back in the 1980s, when your parents had a checkings and a savings account, they would actually put their money in something called a 5-year CD, which is basically the average yield was a 12% interest rate for when they actually held their money inside that for 5 years and let it build interest over time. Now in 2016, the average yield is actually 0.86%. So from 12% interest rate to a 0.86% interest rate. That's literally like a 90% drop in the last 36 years. Now I want to be able to show you guys what I'm really talking about here. $50,000 in 1983 is equivalent to $59,384 in 1988. That means you actually need an additional $9,384 just to have that initial $50,000 over the past 5 years. That's because of inflation. Inflation means the rise of prices, and so you need $9,000 more just to have that initial $50,000 value. Now this is why banks and the checkings and the savings worked for your parents. $50,000 in 1983 equals $88,353 in 1988. With that 5-year CD, it built interest over time with that 12% interest rate. So of course they outpaced inflation by $28,969. This is why it worked for your parent. Now in 2016, this is why it doesn't work for us anymore, because we have a 0.86% interest rate. So $50,000 in 2016 means we need $55,747 in 2021. So in 2021, we need $5,000, almost $6,000 more just to have this initial $50,000 value. So $50,000 in 2016 equals $52,187 in 2021 if you did what your parents did and put your money in a 5-year account and you couldn't build it or you couldn't take it out and the interest rate was supposed to build your money. Well, guess what? Inflation outpaced you by $3,560. You lost your money because you need this much just to be able to have that $50,000 value. You're literally short $3,000. Now this is for the people who have their monies in a checking account and their bank says, yeah, you'll gain a 5% interest every year. Well, guess what? 50,000 in 2016 equals 50,125 in 2021. So over the span of 5 years, you only got $125. Remember guys, this is what you need, $55,747 for that initial $50,000 value. So therefore you were outpaced $5,622 in 2021. Inflation beat you here. And then this is why this doesn't work anymore for us. Your parents had the benefit of a savings and a checkings account, but we no longer have that because literally our interest has gone down so much over the years. I bet you guys are wondering, well, if I don't have a checkings and a savings account building interest for me, how am I supposed to outpace inflation? It's easy. It's called investing. Now, a lot of people think that investing is an easy way to lose your money when it's not. They're uneducated about it. That's why they're saying that. Investing is going to help you be guaranteed to outpace inflation over the years. Now there's something called the S&P 500. It's an index fund of the top 500 companies. One share means you have a share of basically the top 500 companies in the United States. Now, since 2000, if you would have invested since 2000, in 2018, you would have over 60% gain. A 60% gain. That's really outpacing inflation, guys. Now this is what I mean. This is a S&P 500, the index fund of the 500 top companies in the United States. In January 2000, this index fund was worth $1,425. Now, as of today, August 6, 2018, it is worth $2,851. That's over 60% gain, guys. Now look at this. $50,000 in 2000 is equivalent to $72,382 in 2017. That means you need an extra $22,300 just to have that initial $50,000 value. Now, if you would have invested $50,000 in 2000, then you would have $79,750 in 2017. That's outpacing inflation. You gained $7,368. I hope that gave you guys a better understanding of why I think banks are a scam and why I think investing is the best way to go to outpace inflation. Now that is all I have for today, guys. So if you really liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Any questions, comment down below. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you.